maybe 2 or 3 days ago, I posted a video of some exclusive phone call recordings from Letecia Stauch. Now, please, just to recap, there were some people confused. These are prison phone calls from her in the Colorado prison. These are not from the El Paso jail that have already kind of been out. All right. The phone calls in that previous video are brand new. They are brand new to YouTube, brand new to the internet. And what I'm going to show you here today is also brand new to the internet, because my previous video from 2 or 3 days ago, if you want to catch up, go check that out. Those are brand new calls. There were 4 calls in that video that I kind of took things from and gave my opinion and just my commentary on. There is a 5th call, and this 5th call has not been released anywhere on YouTube still, as of now. So what I'm going to do is play you some very interesting audio from the recording of this 5th prison phone call between Letecia Stauch and her Aunt Brenda. So enough intro. Let's go ahead and play it.
Are you okay? I mean, are you okay right now for money?
Yeah, I'm good. I just showed people how to make a sweet potato coffee.
Well,
I'm sorry. I'm not going to keep doing this every 10 seconds, but I just had to say something here. This first part of the call is so funny to me because it's like, Letecia, you doing okay in there with with those other inmates? And she's, yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm actually, here's my making friends strategy, Aunt Brenda. I'm actually showing them how to make my world famous sweet potato coffee. And there's like silence for 5 seconds, and Aunt Brenda's just like, well, I just expected her to say, well, no. Tisha, I don't think that's so smart. Okay, don't get shanked in there for you. I've had your sweet potato coffee. It's crap. Maybe don't do that. Anyways, let's get back to it.
They saved their sweet potatoes from their dinner last night, so I showed them how to drain the juice out of it. And you can take the juice out of the sweet potatoes and then whip it up, and then when you whip it up with like a comb or something, it makes juice, and then they put that in their coffee, and it gives it like a flavor.
yeah. I mean, you'll learn to improvise, baby.
I've already been done that. I've already been done that.
I mean, and I'm not. Aunt Brenda's not being ugly to you, but you'll learn to improvise. You're gonna have to.
No, I've already been done that. I show people how to make stuff all the time.
Oh, don't you worry, Aunt Brenda. Sweet potato coffee ain't the only thing I'm serving up over here. It's really interesting to hear how quickly she's adjusted. But that's how it goes. I've mentioned countless times before, and I only keep mentioning it because we get new viewers every day. And just for context here, I've done 10 years myself in state prison, so I mean, I know what goes through your mind, and once you get there, you're there, man. You're there. Time to figure it out. Time to learn. It looks like Letecia is having, and some, it's more difficult for some to do than others, and some it comes to just like that. It's almost scary how fast, and that's kind of what it looks like with Letecia. What do you think? What do you think it says? Just how quick, and just, you hear that kind of confident chuckle when she said, oh, Brenda. Sweet, naive Aunt Brenda. You just don't know how much I've got it figured out already in here. Right? Let me know what you think.
Did you get anything from your aunt? I can't remember her name.
I haven't got nobody. I've got nothing for nobody but you.
That's it.
Brenda, I hadn't gotten anything from it. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. I have no idea what you're talking about. I've only gotten money from you. I mean, it's almost as if everyone else who knows me and was a part of my life has some big issue with, what I did or what, I don't know. Who knows at this point? They're crazy, man. They're crazy. Brenda, can I get another $200 from you? My TV, I need an antenna. I'm sorry. And I said I wasn't going to like cut in here every 10, 20 seconds. But you know what I've done? Cut in every 10, 20 seconds. It's hard to listen to this. I'm like you. It's hard to listen to this and not just like have something to say about it. All right, let me stop.
I don't think they can do anything. It's just not really them. Like the police here, they try to do everything they can, you know. But like the thing about it here is they don't lock you down now, because like I'm not locked down anymore. I already went through the whole lockdown thing, and then I'm out now. That's why I'm out so early, because I can be out most of the day. But I just have to stay in this little area because you're supposed to go work, but they're not going to let me go to work because it's too dangerous. And then you're supposed to go, like, if you want to go to the library, you want to go to gym. They have, like, a dog program where you can train dogs and stuff like that. So if you want to do all that, you go over there, but they're not going to let me do any of that because it's just too dangerous. So they're like, no.
Right, for right now, anyway.
They're thinking at least a year or two. Yeah. So that's the plan that they made with the therapists or with the people or whatever.
Now, see, this part's really interesting to me. You know, she's talking about all the things she should be able to do, but she can't because it's too dangerous. You know, that obviously that's interesting. But that last part where she's like, well, they say it should be about a year or two, and then I will eventually be able to get to do that stuff. Guys, that's such... I'm glad that she said that, because I've been saying this about multiple, you know, highly covered true crime people, not just Letecia. You know, Alex Murdaugh, perfect example. You know, people love to say, oh, they're never gonna set foot out of protective custody, whether they want to or not. Nope. They're locking them up in protective custody, throwing away the key. Nobody's ever gonna be able to sneeze in their direction. That's not true. That's not true. It's just not. And everything changes with time. Just give it a little time, and they will get that same treatment. And, you know, there's a lot of people, you know, with these true crime cases, you always have a bunch of people, maybe the majority of people, depends on who it is, who hopes, hey, I hope somebody who's our kind of guy or our kind of lady gets their hands on that guy or this woman, you know, out there in general population. And I mean, you know, you can't say it's never, the opportunity will never come. It will. And I'm not saying just because it comes that someone will seize it. But one thing I've been driving home on this channel, when no matter who we're talking about, listen, yeah, I get it. When they're all in the news and people like me, people like anybody are making videos about them, yeah, they, you know, probably will be in protective custody, but you can't legally hold someone there against their will for that long. And even if it's not protective custody, I mean, you, as time goes on, you get more and more, if you're not just already given the general privileges of general population inmates who have no restrictions, no reasons to be held back or secluded to certain degrees, you know, within that prison, that goes away and that lightens up with time. And that's the same thing she's being told, and she's telling her aunt. I mean, that's just the truth of it, you know. So within time, I do believe her on that. She's going to be able to do these things unless she does something absolutely ridiculous, and she might. It's Letecia, a.k.a. Tasha Lan, as Aunt Brenda calls her. But I thought that was interesting. But it's also, again, it's very interesting how she's not allowed to. Everyone else is allowed to, but not her, because it's too, quote, too dangerous. And what does that mean? Is she too dangerous? They're not sure about her yet and letting her do that. Would you want her to be training a dog that gets brought to you? You know, we talked about this in the last video. You know, she was talking about, yeah, it's a dog program. We get to train dogs for, you know, like PTSD veterans and like, you know, people with special needs. And like, man, don't give me the Letecia Stauch dog, please. Give me the one. I don't want any dog. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I'll just go down to the shelter and grab me a good boy. But whatever. You know, too dangerous to trust her to do that? Or is it too dangerous for her in regards to the inmates, the other inmates? Is there danger coming from them? Do they want to do something? You know, I can't say. I don't know. But I'd be very interested to hear what you think. These are just a few sound bites from this 5th unreleased call. This is the first time you're seeing it on YouTube, I guarantee you. If you want to hear the full call, it's about 18 to 20 minutes in its entirety. If you want to hear the full call, please, once again, great friend of the channel, gives us so much valuable stuff to cover. And all they ask is, give them credit where credit's due. And hey, they do the work, they pay the money, they do the investment to get this information that we all want to see and know about. So go check out Phone Calls from Prison, the YouTube channel. They are posting a video the same time I'm uploading this. That video is already posted. You can go right now. It's up, the full phone call. And there's there's a lot more good stuff than what I've covered. But fair is fair. Go to their channel. Check it out. Hope you enjoyed my video, and I'll see you next time.